How y'all doing? Welcome back to SoulsLanders. I'm Brody. This is episode 3. And full disclosure, I actually already recorded this episode, but there was an audio issue that I just couldn't get past. I may have been able to upload it, but long story short, I accidentally had a microphone on and the delay wasn't set to the same thing as the other. It just didn't come out good. So I rolled the new character and rushed right back to where we were. It only took me a few minutes. Because I didn't spend 40 minutes reading every item description. But yeah, so we're back in Undead Burg, and we're going to finish the rest of this area, and then we're going to go tackle our first boss, the Taurus demon. If you like what you see here, just leave some comments, subscribe to the channel, and like, dislike, whatever you got to do. I appreciate all of it. But what I'm pretty much doing is like a casual playthrough of Dark Souls geared toward new players, where I'm being instructive, but I'm not like a supreme master of the game. I'm not trying to do this perfectly, and I actually haven't played this in a while, so I'm actually kind of imperfect at it myself. But that's the fun part. So I just want to show how fun this game is and just see where it goes. Alright, let's kill these guys real quick. Bastard. I need to get out of this area so bad. I've been here for so long, I feel. That's just part of starting this YouTube thing. There's a lot of technical variables that could happen that you don't really hear or see about on all these really polished channels, but I guess I'm just going to have to learn as I go and figure it out. So there's a little bit of a trap right here with this bridge and all these guys throwing fire bombs. There are quite a bit of enemies in that room following that if we start to pull them back, we run risk of getting hit by bombs. So there's actually a pretty, it's easy for me because I've got the backstabbing and parrying timing down, but I just like to run in and go straight for this guy here in the back like this. Let him do his attack. Oops. Alright, shit, I totally didn't even do what I said I was going to do. Alright, get that backstab. In groups of enemies, I like to go for the enemy that started his attack animation the latest, as for who I'm going to run behind and get the backstab, because I don't want to run up to the guy that's already started attacking, try to get a backstab, and then get interrupted. Okay, let's try to get a parry on this dude. Alright, that's a good one. Yeah, awesome. I'm actually playing a lot better than I did on that first run of this episode, so this is probably all worked out for a reason, right? Okay. So what do we got in this chest? I think these are the black fire bombs. Yes. Okay, let me check out this item description. Alright. Black bisque urn filled with black powder explodes, inflicting fire damage. Powerful ranged weapon, especially in situations calling for fire damage. A very precious item at low levels. Black fire bombs are especially destructive. So this is just a little bit more destructive version of the regular fire bombs. But I don't think this is an item sold by the Undead merchant. I'm not sure if it's sold by any merchants. Okay. We're going to use this stairwell to our advantage here and do some forward jump attacks on these guys. I wanted to get both of them at once. Yeah, son of a bitch. Gnarly. What the hell, man? Alright, couldn't see myself. Alright. Yeah, those guys can fuck you up. If you run up those stairs and come over here, there's a chance you're still going to get hit by some fire bombs, and that can really fuck it up. Speaking of fire bombs, let's go kill these guys real quick. Let's use our own little fire. How about that? I like this. Didn't even hit him. Just what I wanted. There we go. See what I'm talking about? Those... Get off me. Get off me. Those little fireball pyromancies make this game a lot easier, especially the early game. And there's more powerful versions of it that we'll find throughout the game world. Okay. We're going to run up here. There's a crossbowman that'll be really annoying if we don't take him out. And I'm going to open this door down here. And we're going to pick up an item that's going to help us defeat this first boss really easily. Okay. Gold pine resin. We're going to read that here in a second. We just pulled an enemy. It's coming our way. That's another thing. If you press pause, I mean, the game doesn't stop. Alright. Fireballs work good against these dudes, especially when their shield is down. Yeah, we don't need to do that. Let's get some parries. That's the way to play. See, it's fun to mix it up. You throw a fireball at one guy, you parry the other, you backstab this dude. I mean, it's a great time. Okay. So let's roll down here. This is our first really, I would say, tough enemy in the game. These are the Black Knights. These enemies don't respawn. They're all over the game world. And they're usually near some pretty significant areas and guarding nice items. But these are the Knights of Gwyn, basically. These are his supreme, I guess, soldiers or whatever. These guys are pretty easy to parry and backstab, though. If I can, I'm gonna have to shut up though. This is the first time I recorded this. I died over here because I was being greedy. All right, I hate fighting down there. Let's fight up here. Block it. All right, parry him. They take a long time to do their attacks, thankfully. So let's get a backstab going. Pretty easy to backstab too. Yeah, I like to get up, try to follow them as they're getting up off the ground. You have to wait till the enemy's fully standing in order for any of your attacks to do damage. And same thing applies to backstab. See, that was perfectly timed. See, kicking doesn't work on these dudes. Damn, he just let us get that. That was awesome. Look at that. Oh, man. Yes, just chain these backstabs together. We don't do a whole lot of damage as a character yet. Later on in the game, it'll only take a couple backstabs to take these dudes out. So, there we go. Much better. So, let's run down here. We're going to grab, I think this is the blue tearstone ring. I don't think I know because I just played this. I just played this whole section. Oh, man. Equip it. Let's get the lore on it. Okay. Blue Tearstone Ring. The rare gem called Tearstone has the uncanny ability to sense imminent death. The blue Tearstone from Katarina boosts the defense of its wearer when in danger. So when our HP is low, our defense is going to go up. I don't know the exact percentages, but that's helpful. If we're in a pinch and we get hit with an attack that normally would have killed us, it may save our lives. The next thing we're going to read is the Gold Pine Resin. It's a rare pine resin which emits golden sparks, applies lightning. It's a lightning buff to your right hand weapon. The affected weapon inflicts rare lightning damage, making it effective against targets which are resilient to both magic and fire. Very effective against dragon family foes. So maybe that's why it's good against the demon that we're about to fight, because I think he might be resistant to fire and magic. I don't really know. But all I know is when we apply that buff to this axe and we go two-handed, it's only going to take like 6 or 7 hits to kill him. Alright, we got a trap here. You want to trigger and then run back, let it go, and then kick this dude off. How about that? Yeah! Oh, he didn't completely go down. Oh well. Screw him. Let's go fight the Taurus demon. This is one of those doors that the master key works on, but at the bottom of the stairwell is a very tough enemy named Havel that we will come back to a little bit later. Oops. I do like killing Havel early on to get his ring. It just takes a lot of time, and I kind of want to take care of this boss real quick. So, alright. Got our gold pine resin ready. That's good. So we're on this bridge. And he's going to pop up over there, but we need to take out these 2 crossbowmen behind us so they don't interrupt our fight. Very nice, very nice. When you hold circle on a ladder, you'll just slide right down it. That's what she said. Alright. Let's go and apply our buff. Let's get this dude. Oh my goodness. How did I miss that? Jesus. Oh, cool. We staggered him. That was cool. One more hit. Bam. Easy. Easy peasy. I mean, it's not too bad without the buff, but I mean, if the item's there, why not use it? You know, it makes it fun. And I like the sound effects, too. So we got 1 humanity and a homeward bone. Homeward bones are good for getting back to bonfires if we're far away from it, but we're actually pretty close to unlocking a shortcut to the bonfire we've been going to. Yeah, I think we need to buy the residence key for this, which is at the Undead merchant. We'll go buy it from him here in a second. We'll get a few things from him and then we'll kill him. Alright, well here he is, the most famous of NPCs. This is Solaire. Praise the sun, as they say.
You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. Do you find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
So he's in love with the sun. He's part of a cult, or a religion called, or a covenant, I should say, the Warriors of Sunlight. That's why he's staring right at the sun. How's he not going blind? I guess he's got some shades, some UV lenses on that helmet of his. Let's look at his armor. Really cool. We'll get it later on in the game.
Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment.
Yeah, let's hear what you got to say.
The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey?
Sure.
This pleases me greatly. Well then, take this.
So now we can join other players' games.
We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.
So he's talking about how the flow of time is convoluted and warriors and heroes of centuries old are phasing in and out. And that's pretty much giving lore to the fact that that we're seeing bloodstains and other messages from players, and we're able to join games and they're able to invade, and all of that is because the flow of time doesn't function the same way that it does in other lands, I guess. So, you know, there's parallel universes constantly intertwining and colliding, and if that's the case, why not help each other out? And there's some people that use this for benevolent reasons and some that use it for malevolent reasons, and that's kind of what he mentioned there, saying that we're not the only ones doing this. Alright, White Soapstone. Be summoned to another world as a phantom through your sign, and defeat the area boss to acquire humanity. In Lordran, the flow of time is distorted, and the white sign and soapstone allows undead to assist one another. Very cool. Really cool. So, I mean, I don't think we're going to do that a whole lot on this initial run. I kind of want to keep it single-player focused. But yeah, there's quite a bit of players. I mean, when I was connected online, I saw a lot of summon signs down, and I mean, it's a lot of fun, especially if you're just want to chill and grind some souls out. You can just help players defeat bosses over and over. And it's a great way to replay boss fights. Alrighty. So we've got this big bridge, and we need to make it not necessarily across right away. We need to make it about halfway. And there's an old friend. Say hello. Good lord, that took too long. I need to run again. Oh my god. Am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make it? Alright, I made it. Okay. So you want to do that initially, because look where we're at. We just unlocked a little shortcut to our home base. Very cool. That's what this game's all about, baby. Just finding those shortcuts. It's so satisfying, because that's how the world gets all connected and just keeps growing and growing. That's to me one of the most satisfying parts of this game. All right. So let's go ahead and just get dexterity up to 12. I think we need that for some weapons we're going to use. I believe this is going to be a strength character. I like going two-handed. We might be a strength, like a two-handed pyromancer or something like that. But there's all kinds of classes and playstyles. And you can use curved swords, which are dexterity and magic. Or you can use single, just straight swords. Or I like to use two-handed weapons personally, because I find it just a lot more fun, and I'm a big fan of guts. And Berserk is a pretty big inspiration for the creator of Dark Souls as well. Just a little side note for you. So let's get a little bit more vitality and endurance. Call that a day. And before we go back up to the bridge, I want to attempt to take out this Havel guy, and just to see how it goes. Alright, so we might need to kill these dudes again. Oh, see? I went after the guy that attacked first instead of attacked last. Like I said earlier. Oops. Little shield bashes. How's he still alive? Oh, he must have come from over there. Yeah. So this is actually a shortcut we'll unlock here pretty soon. Go ahead and pull back. We don't want to get hit with fire bombs. I got greedy. There we go. Perfect. Alright, let's kill this dude real quick. At least I'm getting a lot of good practice. It just makes it better, and it's easier to talk while I'm playing when I'm better at the game, obviously. Stupid. I knew I was gonna take damage. Why did I fucking do that? Awesome. Okay. Oops. Damn it. Too early. Too early again. See, okay, you see that little purple icon below our health? That is that blue tearstone ring activating. So a lot of your buffs and status ailments will appear as icons below that health bar. And it doesn't really tell you what it is exactly. You just kind of have to figure it out or look it up online, which is what I do. Alright. I guess it doesn't matter for full health. Havel can pretty much one-shot us even with our shield up right now. But he drops a really, really good ring that'll increase our equipment load and allow us to wear more heavy armor and still keep our rolling speed where it's at. Alright. So he takes a while to attack, thankfully, which makes it easy to get behind him and do these backstabs. And I guess there's no point in one-handing and using a shield. Alright, let's see if we can get him. Yeah, I like it. I like getting close in on him like this. He's not good close range. Oh! Oh my goodness. Oh man, I'll go try it again. Hey, not bad. Not bad. I think that was our... Well, I guess this is the... That was the first death on this character, but it's probably our third or fourth overall if we're counting the other one. Hopefully I don't have to do that again. Re-record an episode. Fuck that. I guess I have the other character to use as a starting point, just in case. Have two characters going, just in case. Alright, let's see if we can make it to him by avoiding all these enemies. I think we can. So that's the thing, you don't really even have to fight all the enemies. You can just run past a lot of them like this. But it's fun to fight them, and you get souls. Alright, let's make sure no one's following us. We don't want to get interrupted. Oh my goodness. I guess we'll fight right here. Alright, I took him out easy. This guy's... What do you want? Get some. Okay. I wonder how the fireball is going to do against Havel. Probably not very good. Probably better off just playing the slow game and... Oh god, are we gonna die? Yeah. Better off just fucking... Maybe I can do a plunging attack on him. No, that's too risky. Yeah. Dodge it. The AI is pretty good in this game. Just to get a little extra damage, I think. It's gonna be 9. Just be patient. It takes a while. But it's so worth it, especially early on. Oh! Yeah, don't overcorrect whenever you miss the backstab. Yeah, we don't want to get near that wall either. Oh. That wasn't his fully charged attack, so that's why it didn't kill us. This is like harder than the first few bosses. This may well be a boss right now. Oh goodness. That's the attack that'll fuck us. Yeah, sometimes if you pull back into the side a bit, that's a good way to maneuver away from him. He's got such a long range with that weapon too. You don't want to roll straight back because he could probably still get you. Yeah, that was greedy. Oh. Getting close. Just gotta stay focused. Oh, that could have been bad. let's just keep rolling with this. We do get his armor and his weapons later on in the game once we get to Anorlando. Keep going, baby. It's a game of patience right here. Getting close. This is good backstab practice, honestly. Oh, watch out. Yeah, get away from that fucking wall. Let's not get greedy as I do that. Come on, dude, do an attack. Yeah, I don't need to get close to the wall. Oh! Oh! There we go. Awesome. Man, that's fun. Man, my heart started racing a little bit. Like I said, that might as well be a boss at this point in the game. Alright, let's put on his ring. This will probably stay on most of the game. Oh, shit. Okay. Havel's ring. This ring was named after Havel the Rock, Lord Gwyn's old battlefield compatriot. Havel's men wore the ring to express faith in their leader and to carry a heavier load. So I wonder if that could also mean like carry a heavier load like emotionally or something like that. So this is the Darkroot Basin. We don't really need to be here right now, but I mean this game is pretty wide open when you start off, especially with that master key, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you should go to all these areas right now. I'm not going to do that, especially because this playthrough is geared towards beginners. We're going to run on back. Let's go ahead and Homeward Bone. That's a good time to use one right now. We've got like 7 of them. We're going to Homeward Bone. I'm going to level up. And I think I'm going to pick this up again on episode 4. So let's level up real quick and then I'll send y'all off. Alright, and we're just going to do Vitality. Or maybe we should save these souls and go purchase those items from the merchant. Yeah, let's go do that. And let's go ahead and... well, I'll use them when I get there, I guess. Oops. Yeah, we're gonna buy what we need from this guy and then kill him, pretty much. Glad I remembered that. We're pretty close to unlocking an NPC that'll teach us more pyromancies as well. So that'll be good. Perfect. I know that's not as fun to watch as running in and fighting, but I don't know, I like to change it up. I don't like to do the same type of gameplay like all the time. There we go. Alright. Let's go ahead and use our crushable souls, see how many we can get, and just buy a bunch of items. That's why it's good to only use these when you're about to loot, to only crush these when you're about to actually use the souls, because I mean you don't want to risk dying and losing it for good. That's why they're like little insurance policies, basically. Oh, you seem to keep your marbles together. You know, he sure doesn't. Forgot to buy that again. Let's get the residence key, the repair box, the bottomless box. I don't think we really need to waste money buying any of this stuff because we can find it out in the game world for free. So, except the chain, but I don't really want to get the chain stuff. Yeah. Do I need anything else? No, we don't need that. Alright.
Thank you, kind.
let's go ahead and take this dude out.
I'll teach you, you lousy rat. Yulia! Yulia!
Yulia, I wonder who that is. Is that the name of his weapon?
Why me, little Yulia?
I guess Yulia may have been a daughter. I'm actually more interested in that now. Cool. So we've got the free dried finger as well as a Uchigatana, which we need 14 strength and dex to use. This is a very popular weapon in the Souls community. On several characters past, this was the weapon I used for the entire game. But my playstyle is a lot different. I don't use as many shields and stuff like that. I like to go two-handed. So I don't think we're going to use this on this playthrough, but let's get the lore. It's a katana forged in an eastern land known for its brisk slashing motions. The Uchigatana cuts beautifully and causes bleeding, but its blade is easily nicked. So it does have pretty low durability, but it has a, if you look where it says Ox Effects 300, that's called a bleeding effect. And the way that works is as you're attacking an enemy over and over, there's this hidden meter called the bleed meter, and once it gets filled all the way, it'll do this extra bit of damage to them. That's like an extra hit, which is really cool, and that's why a lot of people like it. But I'm just not as big of a fan of the moveset anymore. I much prefer the Claymore. But maybe we'll use a bunch of different weapons on this playthrough. I just know that sinking all the resources into leveling up your weapon isn't really, you gotta kind of choose a couple because there's not a whole lot of them out there. Speaking of which, did we get the lore for the Titanite chunk? Yeah, so Titanite chunk, this is what we picked up from that Black Knight earlier. That'll reinforce our weapons to 14 and our lightning weapons up to 4. With the discovery of chunks in Lordran, the race to locate legendary slabs has begun, but could they be mere myth? So there's Titanite shards, large Titanite shards, and Titanite chunks. And those are the 3 main resources we use to upgrade our weapons. But there's also colored variations. There's a green Titanite, there's red, there's blue, there's white. And there's different color slabs of each one. And the slab is the last item you need to get it to its whatever weapon path you take, whether it be fire, chaos, or magic, or just regular. That's the last one you need to get it to its max level. So that's what it's talking about there. But let's check and see if I missed any other items and lore. I don't think I did. Yeah, let's check the repair box. Yeah, we've already read all this stuff. Did we get the resonance key? Yeah, we did. Okay, so that's gonna do it for this episode. I appreciate y'all watching, and I'm excited to continue this series. I'm having a great time, honestly. This is some of the most fun I've had in a very long time playing games. So I appreciate everything. I'll see y'all in the next one.